Fish class. Miss Donna, Miss Perla here. I hope you guys are all doing great and enjoying this Easter week as we're getting ready to celebrate Jesus and our family time. And I know a lot of you cannot go to church, but I hope you guys are going to read the Bible and the story about Jesus and continue to listen to the story that I've been reading you guys. So I have some crafts here, moms and dads, that you can do with your children that are really pretty easy. As you can see, I made an egg. And even though plastic eggs are not what Easter is about, we often have eggs around Easter time and we can fill them with candy. But the idea of the egg is supposed to be when you open it that there's nothing in there. And that's supposed to remind us when the stone was rolled away, Jesus was not in the tomb because he had already risen. So whenever I look at eggs, I always think, oh, they're empty because, now we may fill them with candy, but it's supposed to remind us that the tomb is empty. So what I did here is I used a plain piece of white paper. That's for next week's craft. I used a plain piece of white paper and I drew kind of an egg shape. And then I got all kinds of different colors, different color pieces of paper. And what I did is I took my safety scissors and I just cut strips of my paper just like so. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And I just cut all different colors of strips, as you can see. And then I would place them on my egg. And you can either use regular glue and glue it down, or you can do it with the glue stick. And then if it stuck out over my egg part, then I just cut that part off, just like that. So that way I would know that it will fit on my egg shape. And so I did that for all the different colors. And then the last thing is I made a little border around it kind of with a highlighter. Then the very last thing I did is I made a cross shape on a piece of paper. I think you guys can see that. And I used two different colors of paper. You don't have to do that. I used a white one because I always think of white as shiny and gleaming, and Jesus is brilliantly pure. And so I put the white one on there, and then I stuck this other one on there. And I wrote the words, "He is risen," to remind us that when you open the egg, just like they opened the tomb, Jesus wasn't there. He had already risen. And that's the good news for you and me. So this is a little Easter craft. Y'all can put this out in your house. You can have it there in your kitchen on Easter morning as you're eating your resurrection rolls and celebrating Jesus. So there's that craft. The next one that I did is super, super fun and super easy. Everyone can participate. But what's needed on this one is a white sheet of paper. You can use construction paper or whatever you have around the house. And I just sketched out a cross on my piece of paper. You can probably see my line that I used. And then I went through my house and I used different colors of paint. And I tried to get some Easter looking colors, some orange and purple, yellow, kind of a magenta pink, a light pink, a green, and a light green. And I got all these different colors on here. And then I just used my finger. And I would take a color and I would just go all over my cross. We call this one the fingerprint cross. And we call this one the He is Risen Easter egg. But anyway, I would use the different colors all over my cross. And I like this particular craft because we're using our fingerprints, and it's so special because Jesus made each one of us to be different, and he loves each one of us, and he loves variety. And I look at all the flowers and the trees and just each one of you, and you're all different, and God made you perfect, and he made you very special, and he's got a wonderful plan for your lives. And so your fingerprint on this cross is also just another example of, wow, God really made me very special. My fingerprint is different than anyone else's. So anyway, you can also put both of these out in your house. The true meaning of what Easter is about is Jesus dying on the cross for us, and then there's a sign he is risen. So those are 2 crafts for you to do. And again, I've already shown you guys this video, but this is a number review. These are your carrots. You can just use triangles, little green stems, and write a 1 on there and put 1 green stem. Here's 2, and you guys can keep these in a little zip bag. You can put them in order. You can hide them around the house and try to find these, and just a little fun activity that you guys can do. These are your own teacher tables that you guys can do at home. So anyway, I hope this helps you moms and dads to come up with some fun things you can do with your children to celebrate this time of Easter. So Miss Perla, Miss Donna, love you guys, and I hope you guys have a blessed week. Bye-bye.